people with what they need to start to know and what they need to start to fight for. And so we created this conversation in Studio Madane, Barcelona, which is it was part of our grander ecosystem enablement strategy. We kind of hosted this multimedia exhibition, conversation space, and we kind of dwelled on the information that came from this project. The learning outcomes of this exhibition were taken to a much larger, scaled up exhibition route, actually, which was coupled with a panel discussion that talks about civic empowerment for political transformation. This exhibition served very much as a catalyst for the action plans and the conversations that kind of envision the future of neighborhoods in the country. It was also a great opportunity to, bring together people that have like-minded goals and want to promote this human-centered, inclusive, functional institution type of country. And then tossing it back to Barcelona, we kind of wanted the people in Beirut to, those who designed the Civic Reform Initiative, to kind of experience the projects, whether it's a digital app or it's a space that we're trying to create in the public realm. I'm not sure if the video is going to play, but essentially what happened is that our European colleagues in Studio Madane Barcelona, we kind of introduced this technological approach to create augmented reality video or walkthrough, whereby people in Beirut would scan the QR code and in fact to walk throughout the entire space in order to experience it. The video you're looking at, the one that was shot in Barcelona, and I'm happy to supply you with what happened on the ground in Beirut, because there was also some footage for this. Oops. The working group results varied, and you can obviously find the extensive information on the best practice document, which is also shared online. But they could be, put together into 5. Essentially, what we were able to do via the working groups was primarily digital civic engagement and mapping, and this relates to the co-governance initiative about urban informalities I discussed in the beginning. Secondly, hyperlocal urban environmentalism and innovation, and this is where we tap into the urban project that I had brushed over also very briefly. Objective storytelling and sociopolitical impact was attested by the documenters and visual creators working group, who actually did a lot of ethnographic work on the ground, compiled audio albums, and started to create documentaries that convey the complex narrative on the ground. There was a lot of organizational development work, because in the Citizen Volunteers Working Group, a lot of tool development happened for management of this entire initiative. As you can see, it's very intersectional. And of course, political empowerment and research. The Citizen Scientists Working Group, who are almost the ambassadors around the country, created focus groups in their villages, either in rural areas or coastal towns that are far away from cities, and created conversations about youth opportunities, social inclusion, even sometimes systems thinking in urban regeneration. And this is exactly where systems thinking is very pivotal. It's this intersection of notions, and it's very important for us to work in this way, because it kind of reflects the way we want our state to work. This is the best way to harvest collective intelligence and be methodological about this multidisciplinary approach. There's a smooth metabolism here that you're looking at, and if we cannot achieve this synergy in the approach, we are unable to achieve political redesign and hence regenerative ecosystems for the sustainability and regeneration that was previously discussed. And so when we use systems thinking, we are very much able to see achievements at the larger scale. We had a lot of interns graduate just in 1 year with very hands-on experience in socioeconomic and urban regeneration. We have over 200 plus alumni across a very wide spectrum of fields. We're both in Beirut and in Barcelona. We've had cross-national collaborations in various types of events, whether they're online or in person. And we organized several, functions that are public that vary also in types, such as town halls and panel discussions and exhibitions and networking and job recruitments even, that actually attracted more than 50 plus persons per event. This is a picture that I like to always conclude with, because I don't know how to say this in English, but it kind of, I feel it very much because it reminds us of the very first workshops that we had, where we kind of wanted to share our ideas together, and we were kind of bringing our advisors in, and we were open to the public also, those that were not in Studio Madane, because we do want to spread this discourse, and we do want to spread this methodology, and we do want to be speaking to as many people as possible. Studio Madane wants to be pioneering in collecting best practices and applying them, and even distributing them globally, as I had previously discussed. And so I do really invite you to scan this QR code and check some of our publications, but also look at our recent material. You can have access to our website and our social media. I thank you very much for watching this short talk, and I'm very happy to answer any questions you might have.
Amazing. Thank you so much. That was a great presentation and super comprehensive and very impressive. So thank you, Nader. I think we're running a little bit tight on time, so I will give the word to the next one and maybe leave a bit of room at the end for some questions. But please, if anyone has to think of a question during his presentation, do not hesitate to put it in the chat so that you don't forget, or write it down and then you can say it out loud. Thank you so much, Nader.
Thank you so much.
So I see that Abdulkareem is now online finally, I think, because we called you a little bit before. I don't know if you can unmute yourself. Or should we go to the next one? 1 second, I will send him an email. Just quickly. Okay, I will message him while we move on to the next one, so we don't lose that much time. So the next initiative to present would be Orly, Tunisia, from Tunis. So Tunisia, Selim Ben Safia would be presenting.
Yep. Hi, everyone.
Perfect.
Do you hear me? Yeah.
Yes, we hear you fine.
Perfect.
Thank you, Selim.
Pleasure. So I don't have a presentation. For me, it was more call, a discussion. But I can, of course, send you some link to, maybe if you have time, can watch some link of different initiatives we did. So my name is Selim Ben Safia. I'm the director artistic of El Badil organization in Tunisia. El Badil means in Arabic alternative. And I'm a founder of a project called Orly, Tunisia. So Orly is 2 words in French, mean or out, and bed, out of a bed. And sometimes when you hear Orly, you can hear Orly like the airport, the Orly airport in Paris. And the idea was to speak about travel with art. To put a little bit in the context, Orly Tunisia, it's a festival that proposes artistic performance at home. The idea out of a bed is to propose performance in a kitchen, in a bathroom, in a living room, out of a bed, but in-house. And the idea of this project is to democratize access to art and culture, and to propose to people who don't have a theater in their city, in their neighborhood, to access to an artistic performance in music, in theater, in dance. Starting for the premise that we do not have theater equipped forward to territory, we decided to launch a festival that allows everyone to see performance. For us in El Badil, we believe that it's a right for every Tunisian to see at least one performance a year in dance, theater, or music. So based on this idea, we decided to create this network throughout all Tunisia. Given the size of the El Badil team, we could not organize all the projects in all the city of Tunisia. So we decided to invite young people from civil society to join us with the main criteria to offering every Tunisian the right to see a show in good condition. We have invested in training, supporting more than 25-year young people every year for the country. The course revolved around cultural management, finance, communication, but especially around cultural mediation, to concretely learn how to have an impact on our respective territory. And the idea is to talk with young people. You will have training with a Badil team, and after this training, you will organize the festival in your neighbor. So you will find the different house, you will perform, you will find the different audience, and you will find the artists. And in this case, we can be involved in the different city of a country with people who know the city, who know the content of the city, who know the issue and the political issue, the economic issue, etc. So today we already run more than 10 editions of Orly in 24 different cities. We trained more than 130 people and people for Tunisia. But for us, it was not enough. So we decided to give a bigger height view of Orly and create a biggest network around the world. So actually, this same project are also in 10 countries, in 30 cities around the world, on 3 continents. And so we decided to have a big network who permit to the artists to move from a country to another, from a city to another, and meet people. The impact of this project is there's different impact. There's impact, of course, on the audience because they can see performance, but also there is an impact on the artist because we can work sometimes for the first time, be in front of a new audience. There is impact on the society because sometimes the cultural director of festival don't want to take risk and invite, for example, dance, contemporary dance in the city. So there's different impact. Help also our network to go. And actually, we have more than 24 little organizations in the country who lead this kind of project. So I don't know if we have time. Maybe if you want to see a video of a short video of 1 minute of only to more understand the idea of a project. Do you have? Angela?
Sure. If it's is it a couple of minutes? You said it should be fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. So. It's just a short one to maybe understand more how the audience move from a house to another. So I will share my screen. Do you see my screen?
Yeah. We do. We do not hear it though, I think.
Okay.
Oh no, we do now.
That's it. So the idea, like in Culturelle project, is to be in a house of private people and to share more, share the performance culture with normal people who cannot attend a theater. And the idea is to you cannot use in Tunisia public space because we don't have authorization with due to political issue. So we say, okay, we don't need this authorization in public street. We have a chance to have a big house in Tunisia, so we can have performance in a rooftop. And also it's to democratize culture. Each performance you can see, it's just 20 minutes. So for the audience, we can tell them, if you don't like dance, for example, it's just 20 minutes. And if you like it, it's unfortunately 20 minutes, but you can go on the theater to show another performance. And with the network of young people who help us to build this kind of project, we can also have an easy link with the population there. Because if I came from the capital of Tunis and go to the south and said, I will show you performance, maybe it's really different than if we involve people in the area who already know how we can organize things, how it's the cultural issue there, etc. So if you want to have performance in your home, don't hesitate to contact me and the Badil team.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Selim. I hope you're receiving an email today from all of us here that you're hosting some sort of show in the next year or so. That was amazing. Thank you so much for your presentation and the video as well. That was very, very good to, get everything that you've mentioned and actually visualize what it might look like. Okay, I think we're moving on to the Creative Industry Summit. We have Salama, which is a co-founder. I don't know if your co-founder is also as well, your colleague.
She was supposed to be joining.
Hi. Okay.
Hi, Angela.
Hi, nice to see you. Should
So
we wait a little bit
thing-
for you, or you okay? Okay, perfect. No,
No, I'm going to proceed. She was called into something urgent.
okay. No,
So thanks for having us. 2, I'll take you very quickly through a bit of a deck about what we do and what we stand for. And then I will take you through 2 videos. So I will not be doing a lot of talking. We'll watch more videos. So let me begin by sharing. I am I think I'm worse than everyone else in that. Hopefully. And yeah, I am worse. So let me go back to sharing. Yes. I can speak about my event better than share because I cannot find the document, to be honest. So let me do that. So we are a body that started 10 years ago. We are celebrating this year our 10th anniversary. We started 10 years ago focusing on the creative industries only, and we grew a little bit into the creative economies with still a focus on the creative industries within those 10 years. What we do and what we try to do within the region is we build communities, we connect communities, we share ideas, we teach, we learn together, we help with a talent and job recruitment and placement. We collaborate and we celebrate and accreditate people within that economy. And within those years, we've created some very interesting products. Let me, since I'm not able for some reason to share the document, let me give you some numbers. What we've done is we have created a product which is an award ceremony. So we have that one thing. We've hosted over 50 workshops. We've hosted over 570 unique talks. We've had 22 successful editions in those 10 years. We have more than 410 days worth of content. We have a following base in 24 countries. And we've hosted speakers from over 30 countries, and we've had over 2,000 speakers in the last 10 years. What we try and do with everything that we're building here is, given that the creative industries are based on service, but it's also based heavily on talent, what we try and do is we try to focus on the education as well as the community building, so we can bring and foster better people, more creative, more engaged, and hence help the community. I would like to play 2 videos. The first one is talking a little bit about the body, and the second one is basically hearing what people think of one of our products, which is the festival. So I will start with this. One sec. Not this. Can someone help me? How do I share a video? How do I share a video?
So normally what
I think if
I've
you
done,
play it on your screen, so if you have it on your screen, and then
It's
you
open.
just
I have it on one
okay,
of
it's
the
open, and then if you go to the platform, so you would say share screen button. Now we're seeing the video logo, the pro.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a video logo. So okay,
have you clicked on share screen? Does it give you the option of share the whole
I
screen?
actually have another solution. So I'm going to give me 1 second. I'm going to open it from this. That should be an easier solution. Give me 1 second, and the videos, I will not exceed my time. Forgive me. I'm just very bad with technology.
No worries.
Horrible with technology. Yes, I think this will work. Let me do this. And I had all the screens open, and I thought I was ready, so forgive me. It's not reading the app, so unfortunately, I am not able to share my keynote. So
you don't have a link or something. Maybe I can try to share it if you have it in a link.
I actually, thank you for that. I'm going to open the link.
Great.
Yeah, maybe one of us can share the screen and play it.
Yeah, I can do that. I'm going to. This is very embarrassing. Technology is always failing me. Even though
to the best of us.
I swear it is incredible.
Can you just give me 1 sec? When I stay there, don't go. Can you describe the summit in 2 words?
It's very cool. It's very nice.
We can definitely hear it.
Yeah, I'm hoping we can see it now. Can we see it?
We can see your screen, yeah. Awesome, yeah.
Perfect. Yay.
Yeah.
And now it's on. Can you see this? Industry Summit. Can you see it?
Yeah, we're seeing it. Yes.
It's a bit delayed, but I think we can see it.
Platform for celebrating the creative economy, connecting cultures and creative minds across the Middle East to connect, learn, and entertain.
Good evening. Hello, everyone.
Sir Martin Sorrell.
Imagination is more important than knowledge.
Are we faster, better, cheaper?
So, let's go Egypt.
It's always a pleasure to be here in this age group.
معايا آدم بيجزي.
معايا أمينة خليل يا جماعة. معانا مفاجأة. معانا طبعا الفنان الجامد قوي ويجز.
Hello, Safia.
Hi, Abdul. We are the media agency for Unilever. النهارده منورنا نخبة من المبدعين.
Can you just give me 1 second? I stay there, don't go. Can you describe the summit in 2 words?
It's very cool. It's very nice. Very inspiring. Impressive. Knowledgeable. هقول ملون. في حماس كده قوي.
Fresh, inspiring.
Informative and fun. Innovative. And inspiring.
في dynamics مختلفة.
Networking,
Potential energy.
innovation,
Connection.
e diversity.
Bubbly and creative. A lovely festive summit. Edu entertainment.
It's colorful.
Explore and discover.
Dynamic, mature, الإبداع, evolving. Understanding.
Place for knowledge, activities, networking, everything related to creative world.
Very important.
Creative and expressive.
لقاء المبدعين.
Colorful.
Energetic.
Fun. Connections. Fun.
People and energy.
Inspirational.
حاجة لطيفة.
And fun.
كلمتين انت قلت كلمتين انت قلت كلمتين حاجة لطيفة. Convergence of brilliance.
Informative. Authentic and creative.
Very important.
Thought-provoking يمكن.
Networking, perfectly organized.
Fun. Amazingly good. Amazingly good. صراحة.
Friendly, informative.
Inspiring and creative. The future. Creative Summit is about what's next and what can happen. So, what's next?
Creative Summit. Hectic. Wow, hectic. But it's more interactive. It's very interactive. It's nice. Creative Industry Summit. Creative Summit. Get that?
Energetic.
Summit. We love the vibe.
Yeah.
3 أيام بتقابل فيهم كل الناس اللي في الاندستري، خبرات كتيره جدا بتاخدها بكبسوله.
نتورك لذيذه، تتلمش تاني بالطريقه دي وتدسكاس المواضيع الحلوه دي في فورمز تانيه.
تشوف ناس بقالك حاول تتقابل تقول ايه ده؟ بقالنا سنه بنحاول نتقابل وبعد كده قابلوا هنا.
Been incredible. في work shops لذيذة قوي و I love the vibe.
I must say it's quite amazing.
Literally year on year, you see the summit becoming a lot more scalable, a lot of regional and global representation.
It's a very interesting place of meeting all these different people from different places in the creative sector.
That you all can come here and experience firsthand this incredible journey.
It's the body that wants to inspire all of us.
Very creative.
Okay, so to sum up, what we're trying to do here is we are basically enabling, developing, and connecting the ecosystem of the creative industries. We're trying to build the human capital, and we're trying to create the right community for people to learn and grow. I don't know if you ladies heard me and gents, so I just stopped sharing. Hello?
Yeah, we
Yes, we
heard
can hear you.
everything.
Yeah, so that's me summing it up, basically.
Awesome. Thank you so much. It was
Thank you.
really, again, very impressive videos and initiatives altogether. I think we were waiting to see if Abdulkareem could connect as well, because he would be the last one to present, and then we can jump into some questions. But I'm not sure if he's live. I tried messaging him, but just give me a second. He seems to be connected, but okay. In the meantime, I think we can, while we wait for him, if you guys have any questions, the people in the audience have some questions for those who had just present, or even among the different initiatives to each other, feel free to either write them down or raise your hand and ask the questions.
Yeah, if I may, I would just like to start by congratulating the three of you. These are really, really, really amazing initiatives. That's why I'm here in this session. Like, I had 3 to choose, and I had quite clear that this would be the most interesting probably for me. I have questions for all of you. I think the 3 initiatives that we saw are amazing, the 3 of them, and they are also very different. We have one more focused on this local community collaboration. with Studio Madane, we have the Ohli, which is more like country-based, and then we have this Creative Summit for the whole region. I am very curious about the three of them. I will start by the Creative Summit, because right now we are facing a challenge similar to what I guess that you must have faced when you started with it. So how do you start with such an initiative? Like, what were the first contacts that you made internationally to make this possible? Because we found that it's really, really, really a huge challenge in the region to find this type of regional initiatives that really have like all the countries involved and artists from all the countries. So I'm very curious about how did you manage this? When you started, what was the first step that you think was the key to get to create this regional community for your initiative?
So honestly, our very first couple of editions, Maria, first of all, thank you so much. Okay, I usually jump into the answer. So yeah, thank you. But usually, initially when we started with our first two editions, they were 100% Egyptians. We invited foreign talent that was expats in Cairo. And we built credibility with our first two conferences. And based on that, we started expanding country by country, message by message, using our contacts, reaching out to people, sharing what we do. But also, I think the very first step, to be honest, was looking at the body as a brand and not as a one-off event. So we decided to talk to an advertising agency and a PR company and ask them if they would like to join us and help us by bartering. We give them exposure, they give us the work because we can't fund this. And to be honest, there were non-believers, but there were many believers who are today still partners on that level, and they helped us grow. And we help them get more and more exposure. And as we expand, we take them with us. And accordingly, I think looking at it as a brand and not an ad hoc or a one-off product, as well as just making sure you build a foundation that you can take further and people can eventually believe in you.
That's great. Yeah, thank you very much. I really admire the work that you do there. Really, like since the first moment I saw the Creative Summit, I was very impressed with your work. If I may ask, do you have any planned upcoming edition? Like, do you know when will be the date of the next one, or is it still not?
Yes, our 10th anniversary is going to be end of September. We're locking down the dates. We should be announcing hopefully soon. So end of year, end of Q3, beginning of Q4.
Okay, perfect. We'll try to be there to represent in the project.
Please, we'd love to see you guys.
I really want to. Like, I really, really want to go to the Creative Summit. So I hope to be there by the end of September, early October. Thank you very much, Maya, really, for your time and for joining us for this session. It's very, very interesting to learn more about your initiative. So if I don't know if anyone else has other questions, otherwise I can continue with my questions. I don't know if the person that was missing came back. Do we have the other success stories, Angela, here with us, or should I continue with questions?
We do have him, or it seems that he's here, but he's just not responsive. I don't know if maybe he has a problem with the connection, or
Is it Abdulkareem? It's Abdulkareem.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if they have like if they can reconnect or join us. And do we have the person that presented the Ohli is here? Yes, Selim. Sorry, I couldn't see the name. So Selim, thank you very much for the presentation about Ohli. It's actually the only project that I was not aware of before having this session, so it was very interesting for me to learn more about this initiative. I would like to ask you about how do you finance such initiatives? Sorry if you explained it. I was checking that everyone was in the right room. But how do you, what are your sources of funding here? How do you ensure your financial sustainability with your festival?
In fact, we at the first we found to train people, because when we train, the idea of training can have sponsor to have training for these people, because training can also involve them in the work of culture, and they can find a job after. Actually, when I said we trained more than 150 people, we have a rate of 70% of people we trained found a job on the Culturelle domain in Tunisia. So
Wow.
yeah, so it's because it's a concrete training, and they have like a work with us to organize the first project. So that's a first solution to find found with partner. And for the festival, it's free for people because we work also in city. They don't have enough money, but the idea is we put a box and people can give what they want. And with all the city we did, there is a balance. I mean, in the rich city like Tunis, we can have more money to pay the logistical stuff than in the more poor city. And after we work with the young artist, but we want to be professional, so it is also to produce performance. And when you produce performance, you can also work on presenting this performance after the audit in our festival. And so Badil have also a rate on this production of piece. So in fact, it's a circle that with training, with fund from training, producing performance, and when we sell this performance in our festival, we can also have enough money to the festival. The idea is to work in local economy, circular economy, local economy, without working with the Ministry of Culture. It's our priority. It's not have found from the Ministry of Culture, because the idea is to have to work with for the community, with the community. And so the theater are home, the artists are also private people, the manager are private people. So all this civil society ecosystem can work by itself.
That's amazing. Actually, sadly, the person that is not responding, Abdulkareem, they were going to present like an incubator for theater troops, which I think could be interesting for you. Maybe there might be some opportunities for mutual learning or for cooperation. And also, as part of the subgrantees of Crack for Med, we have the Theatrical site, which also are working in performing arts from Egypt. So it might be interesting for you to get in touch with them. There's the networking options. So if you see I don't remember the name, Mustafa, I will send you the name here. If you see him, he's the manager of Theatrical site, and he's very open to collaboration always. So he should be happy to meet with you. And if Abdulkareem can hear us or answer, I think it could also be interesting for you to have a discussion. So I will just ask a final question. I don't know if Nader is still here. It's Nader, yeah. Nader.
Yes.
So thank you very much. I know Nader since a couple of years ago now. We've been in touch with the project. It's always a pleasure to discuss with you. It's always very, very interesting and enriching. I didn't know you had opened a branch here in Barcelona. I'm very excited about it. Can you tell me a bit more about it? How did you start it, and how is it going?
It's actually a sad story more than a happy story.
Oh
no! because in Lebanon we're a reform group where we are opposition. So this might cause a little bit of friction between our and authority, let's say. So the process of signing Studio Madane legally in Lebanon was bumpy, and then it reached nowhere. So I wanted it to be legal somewhere. I wanted it to be based somewhere, and because I was based in Barcelona, I thought this is where I need to do it. And I already knew you, and I started to have some partners in Spain, and then I thought, bingo, like this is it. When I started to bring in all the people that I know.
Sorry, we couldn't hear you properly.
No, I was done. I was just saying I started to bring in the people that I know, the people that could, understand the vision, and kind of also apply the ethos of Studio Madane, and also do, as I was telling you, do some things in Barcelona and then take them back to Beirut and vice versa. It's very fun, and I have more serious plans that could yield results later during the year, and I'll see you soon maybe.
Yeah, hopefully, you know where we are, where to find us always. That's so exciting. Like for me, like I work to enhance the cultural and creative industries in the south of the Mediterranean. So for me, it's not such great news, but honestly, like I think it's a good strategy to be registered. You will also have access to many more potential sources of funding here, to more collaboration. There are plenty of programs that will allow you to continue working in Lebanon or in the or in the Southern Mediterranean in general, even from Barcelona. So for me, it's not the best news, but I'm very happy for you, and I'm sure that for Studio Madane it will be a great strategy to make sure that you can continue with your great activities. So thank you very much. Sorry that I used all the time for questions. I don't know if somebody else would like to ask any questions to the people presenting.
Does anybody have any further questions? If not, I might just have one. That's okay. Okay, in the meantime, please feel free to raise your hand or write it on the chat. I had a question for Nader as well. Just hearing, your super impressive project, I was wondering, because I often feel like one of the main challenges would be how to ensure, especially in such a project, how to ensure, local ownership and real diversity in the participants that are engaged. How have you, let's say, managed to do it and then to really have a diverse, and oftentimes, especially with like youth-led projects, we hear, youth are fairly disengaged with many reasons to be, but how have you managed to engage youth and really take ownership of the project? And also, did you invest in raising awareness campaigns, or were you already working with other previously established organizations that you knew of? Like, how did you manage that? Because I feel like that's one of the main trickiest things to do, and if it seems like you guys have done it, so I'm curious.
Thanks for your question. I think there are so many underlying layers in the inquiry you put. With regards to youth engagement, it was kind of like a roller coaster, because when we started in 2020, the general feel for change-making initiatives and youth engagement were very high. There was a very amazing culture for the opposition, and then slowly, when different crises started to happen, mid-2020 onwards, a very big demotivation and collective depression happened. And then the brain drain and the migration of the youth happened. So we started to have, and very similarly to other organizations in the country, we started to have a human resources issue. And one of the ways that we targeted that was to make sure that the existing youth are earning, have a lot of benefits in their participation. It was more about giving the youth and then indirectly giving the country, rather than giving the country directly and then the youth are learning something. And this is one of the reasons why we had like a big summer internship program. On one hand, we were able to teach and work with and learn from the youth interns. And on the other hand, the case studies in their hands that they were working on were very much related to the country. So we kind of started to capitalize more on how much the youth were earning from Studio Madane. And this is obviously a temporary tactic, because one thing about Lebanon is that the climate is always changing. So when this climate is over, we're going to move back to our own strategy, or perhaps the old strategy with a little modification. So it's nothing permanent. This is what crises do. And we ought to have flexible systems to respond to the crises. This is pretty much it. And with regards to diversity, Maria knows, actually, we talked about this last time we saw each other. The level of entrepreneurial spirit and skills in Lebanon is extremely high. So actually trying to excite people is not a challenge. And having them agree, on like the terms and conditions and like what we envision for the future Lebanon is not a challenge also. Most people agree, and they have this common goal. And Lebanon is ranked very high with regards to entrepreneurial skills and ambition. Maria, you can correct me also. But so with this regard, including the youth, when it was easier times in the country, it wasn't very hard. And diversity is also, the rate, very 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 cool piece of information is that the women here, unlike several countries that should have this kind of number, are very driven to be part of change-making initiatives. And Studio Madane has been dominated by females since it started. So actually, there's a lot of the diversity index is very high, ranging different identities and different backgrounds and different discourses. So that part didn't need a lot of work actually, unlike the first one.
Awesome, that's great to hear. Thank you so much. I think I just have a message. Abdulkareem, are you online? Because we do have a few minutes if you can briefly present. 1 second.
Explain from the feedback on the target group and from the target customer. So when I go to Rashid, since we were on the
I think he's asking, sorry,
like what's
you're Christine in the back.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. He's asking me if he can speak in Arabic. I don't know if most of you here, I certainly won't be able to understand, but like if most people agree, but I still don't know. Can you hear us? Hello?
Assalamu alaikum. Good evening, everyone.
Hello. Hi, nice to see you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay, perfect.
Good evening, everyone. مساء الخير اخي نادر، اذا في بالامكان تساعدني بس في موضوع الترجمه. انا محضر مقدمتي باللغه الانجليزيه بس يعني فيما يتعلق بالاسئله اذا في امكانيه استعين فيك.
بدك ترجم لك sorry guys, he's asking me for translation help. بدك ترجم شو عم بتقول ولا بدك ترجم وقت يسألك؟
هلا مش مشكله، هلا راح احكي يعني راح احكي بالانجليزي، بس بعدين فيما يتعلق بالاسئله اذا كان في اسئله
انا للاسف مضطر هلا اطلع من الحديث. فبتصور حدا من سليم او
ممكن يساعدني الاخوان الزملاء.
We're trying to see, because I need to leave the call, we're trying to see if someone could help with the Q&A in Arabic. May موافزة قادرة تساعدينا؟
أنا كنت فاكرة إني unmuted، معلش. I'm happy to help يا جماعة. هو أنت سليم، أنت هتحتاج لو اتسألت أسئلة.
بالضبط.
Okay.
Could we, before we start, sorry, and before Nader leaves, could we try to open our cameras, the ones that are here, just to take a screenshot of the session? The communication colleague asking me for it, sorry. Communication people are always asking for screenshots. Sorry, we just take it and we go straight to the presentation. Okay, I will take it. Thank you very much.
I'm just going to say, ladies, that Angela and Maria, he is going to present in English, but only if he's asked questions. I will help with the translation.
That's perfect. Thank you very much. Yes, sorry.
Thank you very much.
We should learn Arabic. We know that it's not easy. It's not easy, but thank you very much. Thanks for your patience.
And for those who have to leave, just to say thank you very much. If feel free to leave your emails or your website of your project in the chat, and also connect whenever you can. We will have spin tables and like tons of opportunities for you to meet on one-on-one during today and tomorrow. So thank you so much. I know we're just outside time, so we'll hear Abdulkareem presentation and then move on to the next session. Thank you.
Thank you. First, allow me to thank the organizers of this conference, the Euro-Mediterranean Economists Association and the European Institute of the Mediterranean and Culture Founding Watch to provide this opportunity for the Southern Theatre Company to share its experience in the field of cultural management through the third conference of the Create for Med project on cultural and creative industries, which aims to promote cultural entrepreneurship in the southern neighborhood of the European Union. And I am happy to be part of this conference for this year. I hope my participation will be an added value to the work of this conference. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished heads and members of cultural bodies, best regards. I am Abdulkareem Abu Rathegh, and I currently work as president of the South Band Association for Theatrical Performance, which was founded in 1992. The director of programs, the headquarters of the South Band Association for Theatrical Performance is located in Jordan. especially the city of Madane in the far south of Jordan. The South Band Association for Theatrical Performance works in the field of arts, media, and in particular theatrical works, and through this we develop society by implementing programs, projects, and specialized training in the arts and theater, and spreading the concept of cultural management. Given the scarcity of institutions working in this sector, we have a great responsibility towards this, and we are without a doubt. No doubt, we enjoy doing this thing. So we must always update ourselves and work to develop our ideas continuously to enhance our role in sustainable community development. It's also known to civil society institutions, especially institutions that have been working in the cultural sector for a long time, that cultural activities have achieved a large part in developing societies and supporting the economies of societies, and are still working on that. Especially since they have a great impact and play a very important role in reflecting the civilization of the country and society in general to the outside, and address in the internal issues of society in the various ways in which these institutions operate, each according to its specialization and the role it plays and service, content or product it proves. And also the great role to play is supporting the economy of some countries. It's very important to know that the activities of the cultural sector are no less important in their development than the rest of the sector, especially when employing specialists as administrative members and talented people, and probably implementing the sub-works. When we talk about a product to content, we must process our integrated elements, each of which is no less important than the other. Therefore, in our organization, we always seek to employ specialized people according to the organization's needs for this specialization or that skill, and regardless of the nature of the work. The cultural institutions must employ specialists if it want to be successful and important in the environment in which it operates, whether locally, regionally, or globally, in the sustainable manner. Here, our management supports the employees working in the field by embodying the real rules of all team members and distributing tasks to them according to the subject and specialization, and adhering to that, because it is natural for me to give file tasks and follow up to an accounting employee, for example, or to delegate the task of monitoring and evaluation to someone other than the facilitator in the training, or to delegate the task of project management for an unspecialized or incompetent person. What I would like to say about our experience in our institution is that we take into account the administrative divisions in objective, precise, systematic, and specialized manner. This is what guarantees the institution its permanent work. We also carry out specialized work only, and we don't go to a project or work that we are not qualified to do, or that this not appropriate within our interest. Within our interest as a cultural institution. We only focus on works that are at the core of our specialization in cultural works and our interests. And here I would like to share an experience of our own brainstorming on which is that we are always working to hold brainstorming meetings on ongoing basis to improve the work of the institution and share ideas and opinions from he accepted all the team members and accepted all the team members and some of the youth in our community to get inspiration and also get ideas from outside the box. As the community is the real customer of the institutions. And I conclude my experience with you by wishing everyone success in their institutions and in their private projects. شكرا لكم جميعا وبعتذر على لغتي الإنجليزية المتواضعة شوي. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Abdulkareem, for this presentation. It's a very, very interesting initiative. We were very excited when we read it also because it's not a common topic to work on. So thank you very much for your application and for this presentation. I had one question, I just forgot it. I was going to ask you something. Yeah, I wanted to ask you at the level of regional cooperation, what would you describe as your main partners in Jordan?
His main pillars or his main what? Sorry,
his main collaborations, like who are the key stakeholders that their work would depend on, apart from themselves, of course, but which are the collaborations?
Okay. Abdulkareem, هي بتسأل دلوقتي انت في الايكو سيستم بتاعك مين اكتر ناس تقدر تقول عليهم اكتر ناس بتعتمد عليهم كشركاء عشان تقدر تكمل وتكبر؟
شكرا لك مي، معلش رح اغلبك معي
خالص.
هلا بالتاكيد يعني الشركاء اللي ممكن اعتمد عليهم مشان اكبر واضمن استدامه المؤسسه او استمراريتها هم بالتاكيد المؤسسات او المنظمات الحكوميه بالدرجه الاولى، بالاضافه للجهات المانحه اللي هي المنظمات الاجنبيه في المملكه.
Okay, so what Abdulkareem is saying is one, governmental sector that will help him sustain and grow, as well as entities that fund and support like NGOs and funding projects.
Okay, that's very interesting. Thank you. Thank you very much, Abdulkareem. I mentioned this before to Selim, but I think it's also interesting for you to mention that we are supporting in IEMed one project from Egypt, which is a theater troupe that has developed an incubation program for performing arts. So I think it could be interesting for you to try to find some opportunities for collaboration there. Jordan and Egypt are not far. So
Abdulkareem هي بتقول لك ان في بروجكت اسمه Theater for Art هم they support في مصر، بيساعدوهم بينفستوا فيهم في مصر يعني وبيدوهم سبورت، وهي شايفه ان في تقارب، فانت لو تاخد الكونتاكت وتتكلم معاهم برضو انتوا ممكن تساعدوا بعض جدا.
يا ريت.
He would be happy to connect with them.
I will send the contact here on the chat, and you will also find the manager, Mustafa. He's also in the event, so maybe in the networking space, if you could go there, you might find him because he was there when I visited. He was there the whole time, so I guess he's still here. I will send you anyway the contact and the name here, and I will also let him know that we shared his contact. He's always open to collaboration, and hopefully there something good can come out of it. So thank you very much.
هي هتحط رقمه دلوقتي في الشات او ايميله، يعني هتحط الكونتاكت بتاعه وهتبلغه وبتقولك هو اسمه مصطفى وكان موجود في النتوركينج اريا وفي الايفنت، فانت لو لفيت لفه كده في الايفنت قبل ما تمشي ممكن تلاقيه في حته، بس كده كده هي هتحط معلوماته وهتبلغه ان هي بعتت لك المعلومات عشان تتكلموا، وهو بقى مصري بقى فالدنيا تبقى في بيتها.
تمام اكيد. شكرا جزيلا.
You're more than welcome.
Thank you very much, Mai, for the translating services.
Anytime. At least I think I spoke better than I did when I was presenting my stuff, so maybe I'm more comfortable now. So thank you for allowing me this chance.
That's amazing. I also, in my case, I love improvisation and I hate being prepared for things. So I understand how you feel. Thank you. Thank you. So Angela, if you can close the session and we go to the spin sessions, if you can describe a bit how it works.
Yes, of course. Well, thank you so much for your presentation. I'm glad that you could make it in the end, Abdulkareem. It was great to hear your presentation as well. And now, even though we're running a little bit at a time, so once this session is finished, you would go back and you would see a lounge option on the top of the screen, top left, if I'm not mistaken. And there you would see tables with the logos of different organizations. You can click on the organization and the table that you would like to sit, and there will be someone from that organization presenting the work that they do and the opportunities they might have for entrepreneurs and local partnerships. So feel free to do that. We will have so it's a half-hour session, repeated twice. So you can choose two different organizations in the first hour, and then we will do that, and you can change. There will be a set on 5 new organizations on the second hour. So this would last from, it's supposed to be 3:30. We're a bit late now, but so probably starting about now, and we will go for 2 hours. So please feel free to go to the lounge area.
Yeah, also just one comment. In the event chat, which is the one that you have on the top right corner, you will find the booklet there. I think you didn't, did you mention it? Sorry, Angela.
No, that's true. Yeah, in the booklet, so you can go through, you will see the logos of the organization, the name, and a little bit of a brief description of what they do. So you can make up your mind and choose the one that you prefer to sit at the table with and hear about. Yep. If you have any trouble finding it, just let me know through direct message, and I'll send you the booklet or any other. We will be jumping in and out of tables to make sure that everything's working. Thank you so much. It was super interesting. We have the session recorded, I believe, so we can also share with you once we receive the video. And I will share, I think I'll share a group email and just exchange all the website and the LinkedIn and emails so that you guys can keep in contact and discuss further collaborations. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you all.
Thank you, Angela. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.